Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Today's January 8th, 2026. This is the Kubernetes Storage SIG meeting. So the 1.36 release cycle will officially start next week. And so this is a draft schedule. There is a PR out. It's not merged yet, but we'll just follow this one for now. So we will start 1.36 planning. And we look at the milestones. The first milestone coming up is the PRR freeze deadline, which is February 4th. And then following that, 1 week after that one, February 11th, we have the enhancement freeze. So okay, let me come to our spreadsheet. So here I copied the tab from 1.35 to 1.36, and then if there are anything new you want to target 1.36, you can try to add it here, or you can pin bleeds to add it. So okay, so let's go over this. The first one is CSI volume health. So Haman here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm working on updating the cap and getting it this thing. So we still have like some design decisions to take, but I'll yeah, I'm on it basically.
Okay, so so we will target a second alpha, right? Yeah, okay. So alpha 2, I guess. Although this, oh yeah, actually, this is it's not like we have a CRD, so actually, yeah, this is just a still remaining alpha. I'll just say remaining alpha.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Next one is the change block tracking. So we will try to move this one to beta. So we talked about it yesterday in the data protection working group. So I move this one to target beta, and car is a cap update. And third one, enable privileged containers for Windows to replace CSI proxy. So I'm not sure, do we have anything that we need target for in 1.36? Oh, this one says alpha in one. I thought we moved it to beta. It's a little confusing. It says, okay, this one is done. Maybe we don't have anything here. So does anyone know? Eddie, Mauricio, I'm not sure if anyone here.
Yeah, the last update on this is that I believe the cap was merged in, but there's no in-tree changes at all. Like they're fully out of tree.
Okay. And we actually, okay, did we say alpha or I'm a bit confused? I remember there was someone says bit. So this is actually still, we say this is alpha. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So maybe I will just, this one is already marked down. So I will just remove this one then. I don't think we need to keep this, right? Okay, I'm going to just remove this entry. Next one is voting attributes class. I believe we just need to log the feature gate to true. There's a PR there, right? Sunny?
Yeah, this one, as we talk about, like the PR to lock feature gate to true is merged.
Oh, it's already merged. So are we all done now? Do we have anything else? Or are we just already considered done?
Yeah, I think it's done.
Okay, great. It's merged. So we can actually, okay, we can just say this is done. That's good. All right. And next one, CS sidecar all in one. Okay, so the cap was merged last time. Do we have anyone here to talk about this? I think we need to decide on the naming of that repo. But looks like the folks working on this are not actually here. So we want to call it, so let me just add a note here.
I think in the comment next to it, there was a suggestion that was left. Yeah. I think if you scroll down, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we also we talked about it. We said there was another name we were discussing is that CSS side control? Is that
I see. Okay.
Haman? Is that this was the name, right? Was it the name you suggest? CS side controller? Is that the name that you were saying? Haman? Okay. Not sure if Haman is unmute or what. Okay, another suggestion is okay. I guess we need to all agree on the name. All right. So we can come back to the naming. So I'll just say CSI, support CSI, sidecar controller. Next one is mutable CSI node allocable property. So it is beta, okay. We probably need to wait before we move this to GA.
Yep, we enabled it by default in beta last release 135, and currently on the enhancement issue, we're targeting GA for 136.
Oh, GA in 1.6, okay. So then it is targeting GA.
Yeah.
No, okay. All right, so then we'll just change this. Say GA. Okay, so next one is cozy overall move to Webon Alpha 2. Blaine?
Yeah, for this one, we're still waiting on like formal like storage review. We have recently had some review from Kubernetes API reviewers as well, and I have a topic for later in the meeting to bring up that's come up from that. But I think that would be the last like major thing kind of still up for discussion.
Okay, thanks. This one is actually, no, sorry, it has a cap. Okay, and then okay, so next one, integrates CSI volume limits with autoscaler. So, Hemant, where are we with this?
So we are planning to make a API another alpha, and in the last release, in the scheduler we decided to block scheduling of all pods if the CS driver is not installed on the node. But we realized that this could actually break some users, some cloud providers, if on auto scaling, if they have not implemented corresponding like templated node info and things like that for scaling from zero in autoscaler and other, or maybe in a autoscaler like Carpenter. So based on that, all that things, we have decided that we are going to add a field in CSI driver object to make an opt-in, so that like if your cluster supports this, then you can just, and drivers like is implemented correctly, then you can just opt in to prevent pod scheduling where drivers are not installed. So yeah, so we'll just keep this in alpha. I'll update the cap to reflect this decision.
Okay.
And yeah, let me know if anybody has any feedback on this feature. Thank you.
Okay. So, okay. Thank you. So we probably should target this one because you are making some changes there. Okay. I will mark this as opt-in as well. Next one is mutable PB node affinity. So this one just made it to alpha in the last release. I think this one we need more feedback. So I think this one should stay in alpha. I'm not sure if we had any changes, but I will just say stay in alpha. I'm not sure if there was any changes. Please speak up. I'm not sure if Wei is here. Otherwise, we can maybe just cross this out if we don't really have anything to track except to get some feedback from users. Just cross this out for now. Okay, so this one, okay, this is the CZ driver opt-in for service account token with secrets field. So this one went to beta directly. I wonder if they want to move to GA. I will check with the author. So okay, so next one, recovering from resize failure, remove feature. Okay, so this one is, we have this here to track. We'll come back to this one in 1.37 to remove the feature gate. Now the next one is remove dynamic provision support from the host path in tree volume plugin, design blocked by Portworx. Okay, so I'm not sure if Corey will be working on this. Haven't heard from him for a while. So, okay, so this one crosses out, not sure. Next one, remove Git repo in tree plugin. So, so I think they want to do a beta in 1.36. I will check with the author. Next one, storage capacity scoring. This one, this was also feedback last time from the CAP author. He said he wanted to target beta in 1.36. So we'll check, do the same thing, check and see if they want to do that. Now next one is secure Linux relabeling. Move to GA in 1.37. So Yang, I thought you said something will move to GA in 1.36, right?
Yes, I have multiple feature gates, and one of them needs to graduate before all the others. So I would like to graduate as Linux change policy feature gate in 136.
Target GA in 1.36.
Yes.
Other feature gates. Okay, right. Okay. So we'll just say we'll mark this as GA then.
I will update the cap and
Okay.
check PRR.
Thank you. So next one, this is the SIG apps project, volume expansion for stateful set. originally, I think we even said you want to target this one in 1.36. Is that still the plan? I'm not sure if, I think he's not here today. Anyone know? Okay, so you check with them. Okay. CSM migration port work. So this one basically is to remove feature gate and entry plugin in 1.36. I believe there is a PR out. Is Yang or anyone seen that PR?
I already LGTM'd it, but there were
Oh,
some changes in vendoring, so I need to recheck.
okay. PR out. Yeah, yes, reviewing. Okay, thank you. So this one I'll pin Deepak. Others. Node readiness case. I don't know if do we still need to track it here, Hemant, or is it good to keep an eye on this?
I think we can remove this. I don't know
Okay.
if, yeah.
Okay. And then the next one, kubelet evented design still word populator. I'm not sure if last time we were asking for others, if there's anyone else who can review, but not sure if.
Yeah, essentially, this is mostly like it should be driven by like the source of the event for us has been like kubelet. And so the review has to be done by the node team, not us.
Okay,
So
we kind of waiting here, and also I'm not sure if they're going anywhere, right? Okay, so
yeah.
I'll still keep this like this, and okay. And next one, enable defining a default storage class for each specific volume. Can we maybe we can remove this now, Sunny? Or do we still need this? Sunny, I thought Sunny was here, no? Oh, okay, I thought Sunny was here. Looks like she's not here. Okay, I'll check with her because I'm not sure if we still need this. Okay. So this one, I just added this one because I saw someone is asking for this. We can talk about this one a little bit later. So if you have any feature you want to target in 1.36, please bring it up. You can add it here. You can pin one of the leads. I think only leads have the right permission, but you can pin us to add it. You can add a suggestion, and then we can accept that. Okay, so let's see. We have a few things. Blaine, you want to talk about this?
Yeah. So the like main follow-up item that we have from API review is in Cozy v1 alpha 1 we had a Boolean like ready condition, and we've been advised to like avoid that with the suggestion to use conditions. So my goal, not, it doesn't have to be today, but my goal is to get a like group like SIG storage consensus that conditions are okay to use. There's some confusion about that. And assuming that's okay, to agree on a definition for the like provisioned condition. There's been some email discussion, and there's also some like GitHub discussion. I posted like a summary there, but essentially, I think like for what we can have in scope for Cozy, a provisioned condition that I think mirrors the like provision status of PVCs is going to be the thing that benefits users for familiarity. and is easy to achieve in Cozy, like for what's in scope without like ballooning our needs for Alpha 2. Yeah, so I guess I'll open it up for like inputs, questions, concerns.
Okay, why? Okay, we're saying avoiding timestamped error status. The tumor, okay.
Yeah, so
You
in
don't,
addition
it does
to
not
like,
want timestamp. Okay, so
yeah, in addition to the Boolean like ready / provisioned status, there was also like a timestamped error like just codified in the status that as a sort of secondary topic was also recommended to be replaced with conditions. That isn't as important for this discussion, I think, as the use of conditions in general and that ready to use, but I think that is also like something.
yeah, so the
that
ready to
Dr.
use, I
Xing-
think, I know that you follow the snapshot API model. Yeah, I think at that time, right, you actually also found there was a link. At that time, there were some discussions in by the API API reviewers. There was some discussion about some problems with phase or condition at that time. That's why I think that was why we were asked to use the ready to use. But for volume snapshot, I mean, we have not seen any problem. At least I haven't heard anyone saying, "Oh, this is a big problem. You can't use it." So, but I think we're fine. Yeah. I see that their reasoning say no, actually condition is the way to go. There is actually, I was hoping that Sunny is here because she actually has some proposals for adding a new condition in for persistent volumes. So it's actually relevant. But yeah, you can, I can share that doc with you. You can take a look of that as well.
Okay, yeah, I'd
It's
be happy to take
to
a look at that.
it's to prevent orphaned volumes. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, so the next one, Martin, I saw you have some notes added there, so I copied it down here. You want to talk about this?
That's fine. Sure. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm new to the SIG, new to the Kubernetes standards process, but we are working on some development efforts that are primarily focused around enhancing the Kubernetes disaster recovery story, particularly for virtualization workloads and for KubeVirt in particular. We are working with some of the other larger storage partners, and because of the sort of competitive dynamics of what's potentially going to be developed here, at least one of those partners is very interested in having a strong upstream representation and standards basis for the work that we're planning on doing. And so my question is, particularly around the data protection working group and the work that group has been doing, which from trying to poke around in the agendas and some of those other things seems to be a bit sporadic. But my question is, would there be interest from this group, with us potentially participating, potentially other participants in, kind of revisiting some of that, some of those discussions?
Talking about volume replication, right? DR really, or you have other things that you want to propose?
Well, volume replication is definitely one of them. Volume group replication in many cases is, kind of tangentially related. But if you're talking about moving individual volumes, yes, individual volumes need to be protected, but volume group replication, being able to represent a set of PVCs as a group, and to have snapshot consistent level support for that. What the first focus of our effort is to provide a mechanism within the existing, standards frameworks that would allow some of the some of the array vendors to use a standard basis for representing these kinds of things. We have the CSI add-ons project, which we've sort of developed as part of Ceph and some of our upstream work there. And I'm not entirely sure what this would look like and how this would potentially all work, but that was sort of the intention, to try to move as much of this upstream as possible without and to provide vehicles for exposing some of the proprietary functionality through mechanisms that are appropriate and understood as good by the Kubernetes community.
Yeah, so you probably looks like you have actually looked at the notes in the data protection working group. So this did came up in the past. We did discuss it a few times. So I think it would actually be good if you want to join next meeting. We can talk more about it. So I think this is definitely, we heard a lot of people asking about this at KubeCon. So this is missing from CSI. So I think it's definitely good to discuss about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you want to join the next meeting, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, the only recurring meeting that I found when I was looking through the Kubernetes agendas was this one.
Data protection. I think we canceled a meeting during the holidays, right? If you are checking the last couple of weeks, that's why. Yeah,
Okay.
But it's bi-weekly. We have the meeting bi-weekly. So we had a meeting yesterday, so we should have another one in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. I'll join that group, and at least one of our partners has expressed interest in doing so too, and we can pick it up there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I would like to encourage this kind of cooperation, especially if you have multiple vendors, and it seems you have Ceph and some storage vendor agreeing on some API. You are more than welcome, and we would appreciate this kind of contributions.
Yeah, because we do want to that I think that was actually maybe one of the so why this one didn't come earlier was because there are module vendors who have implemented this one, and then they are all different, right? So it's a little bit hard to like make consensus on this one, right? Because everybody doing
Right.
something different. So that's why we need to discuss more. That's why it kind of stopped, just because someone want this, someone want that, and yeah. So let's talk about this again. Definitely, I'm very interested in bringing this into CSI.
Does Martin have a specific proposal to start from?
We don't have a specific proposal just yet.
Okay.
Broadly speaking, the work that we're doing, we obviously have some specific commercial interests in this, but What our current engineering effort is focused on is around the CSI add-ons project that was developed alongside Ceph by some of our primarily upstream contributors. There have been some other implementations to the CSI. There's been one other successful implementation to the CSI spec add-on spec that we're aware of. And we're looking to get another one. But as far as what that means for the community process and how some of those other things would work, those are things that we need to sort of work through the community process for.
Yeah. I was just going to say, we've had other proposals in the past where companies that have done this in a proprietary way have shown up and said, hey, this is how we did it. Would you like to standardize this? And the issue is other companies look at it and say, well, that standard doesn't work for us because we do it differently. And
Right.
every single proposal is met with that kind of response. It's like, well, that works for you, but it doesn't work for us. And so like you'll have a higher chance of success if you do have a specific proposal. Because otherwise we have a few other starting points, but you probably won't be happy with them. If we can find someone that like at least two companies is happy with, that would be a huge step forward, because so far it's never been more than one.
Yeah, we've got 1.5.
What is a half? You talking about the CSI add-on? I know that there is I think that's the Ceph specific
Yes.
proposal, right? That's
It is.
volume replication. That's why I was asking you. I thought that's what you have in mind, but it sounds like you're saying that's not sufficient. Is that what you were trying to say? I didn't get the
Correct.
Okay.
You
want more than that. Okay.
Right. It's not just a question of volume replication, but this is something that we've run into with a lot of our virtualization users at scale.
Okay.
The ordinary path of volume replication using the standard Kubernetes networking. When people buy the enterprise grade storage arrays, they typically have mechanisms for out of band or not using the Kubernetes networking mechanisms for doing this kind of replication and data propagation. And those array vendors are kind of interested in allowing people to use those facilities, and users are interested in doing replication using the array as opposed to Kubernetes networking. So that's one aspect of the replication problem. The other one is that typically when users are virtualizing using KubeVirt, there's more than one volume that's attached to a particular VM, especially for database workloads and things like that. And you really need to be able to have a snapshot consistent, a consistent snapshot of multiple volumes at the same time. Now, whether that's multiple volumes from the same VM or multiple VMs worth of multiple volume groups, those kinds of facilities are also very desirable. CSI add-ons provides for at least some of those mechanisms, but even the Ceph implementation right now is a bit problematic with respect to the volume group replication. But that's, we believe, not an issue with the API, but with the Ceph specific implementation. Understand that Ceph upstream is working on it. But basically, some of the other storage providers have looked at some of these capabilities. They've said, yeah, this kind of makes sense. And that's kind of what we're wanting to talk about in the community process.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk more about that in the DP working group.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry for bringing this up in the wrong forum.
Oh no, this is so
You'll get more attention here, so this is a good place to start.
Yeah. So in that usually we like, if it's like DP specific topics, we talk over there. But all the APIs we developed there, we need to come here, right? Because that's part of SIG storage. So the code is maintained by SIG storage. Okay. So that's just like have a forum for people who are especially interested in data protection to discuss, to have discussions. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, thank you for bringing up this topic.
It seemed inevitable.
Okay, so Blaine, you will have another topic?
Yeah, yeah, so this is like a totally separate topic from before. And this is something where there are a few like known unknowns for me, and I think a lot of potential for unknown unknowns. This is also something that like, I don't know, the time scale for like resolving this is like 2, 3, or even more months potentially. But yeah, the sort of quick summary I can try to give of this is that like Cozy does need CI in a similar way to how CSI does this with I think the host path provisioner. Like we need to have some sort of like driver that can like scaffold for our end-to-end tests, and we would like to have a like sample driver where we can do this. All of the object protocols are proprietary, including S3, which is, I think, I think S3 is the only one that has any like real viable open source like service that we could install to run as a sample service if we actually want to test things fully end to end, which we would like to do. I don't think that's a strict requirement, but being able to do it would be really beneficial, I think. Because S3 isn't like an open source specification, there are license concerns. And I don't know that anyone in this group has any specific thoughts.
Wait, what license concerns? I mean, that, as you say, there are open source implementations of S3. Why wouldn't we just use those?
Yeah, I think this just touches on me being aware that there's a lot of unknowns for me. S3 itself isn't really like, right, there's not like a formal S3 specification. And
we might want to stay away from like using any trademarked names or anything, but like the open source implementations, and as long as you call it like S3 compatible, or use some sort of a qualifying term like that, you're not going to run into legal trouble, I don't think.
What was the problem? We had some problem with Minio before. That was part I was not sure. We had I think
Minio changed their license at some point from Apache to AGPL. So after a certain point, like you can't use their code for commercial purposes. But for testing, I still think it's fine. I don't think Minio would have a problem with us using their code for non-commercial testing.
No, we removed that their driver for that reason, I think, some time ago. There was a Minio driver that initially I think it's part of our Cozy repo. And then we get rid of that because of
we can't distribute their code as Apache, but they can distribute their code as AGPL, and we can use it under the license. And there's other, I mean, there's older implementations of Minio. There's Swift.
Yeah, we cannot use the Minio one. That was, but okay. So, okay. So, what are the open source implementations that we can use? Blaine, you're saying there's some other open source.
Yeah, I mean, there are several open source implementations for S3, like that we could potentially use as a like backing service for our CI.
Okay.
They're right, essentially, right, even like in theory, like Minio is a backing service that we could use in CI, but I don't know what like license issues there are. Most of the S3 services are some form of VPL, including Ceph RGW, which is the one I'm most familiar with. There is one that I don't have much familiarity with that is Apache licensed. But right. Essentially, like what the like landscape picture is that like if we want to in our Cozy CI actually test a like something end to end just to like make sure things are actually working, we essentially have a single S3 service that we could use, and if that project were to like become archived and then become unmaintained, we wouldn't have any non like GPL alternatives to consider. So
What's the
kind of
concern with using GPL?
So right, I just know that there may be concerns, and I want to make sure that there aren't.
Yeah, I mean, typically
essentially.
with GPL, the issue is you can't take the code and modify it and then not redistribute the modified code. In this case, we would just be using binaries. That's very safe. Even if a code change was needed, like I'm sure, we're all doing open source stuff, we would just contribute the changes back to the project. AGPL, I know there's additional concerns. Again, I don't think they're deal killers, but someone should look into that if the AGPL would prevent using it in like a CI type environment.
I see.
But regular GPL, I mean, half of Linux is regular GPL and we use it everywhere. So it's not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean that makes sense. Like the overall picture is like I just given my familiarity, I would love to stand up like Rook with Ceph RGW as a backing just to like run Cozy's basic end-to-end test with like an S3 sample driver, right? With no modifications or anything. It's just like
if Ceph is all regular GPL, I don't see an issue with that.
yeah, and I think it's LGPL, but definitely
Even better. Yeah.
I don't recall a GPL being in there. Okay, so it sounds like what we would like to do should be safe from a license perspective, and
can you write that up? And then I think I still want to check with somebody else. Asad, do you have any comments about this? You think this is okay? Looks like Asad is on mute.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think what Ben is saying seems reasonable, but it's worth double checking. So Sheng, if you have another contact, we can double check.
Yeah, I wonder if we need to check with someone in CNCF maybe about this, just make sure, right?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Okay.
I don't know, like we are running multiple tests with GPL software already.
Yeah, it just does not hurt to check. Because I just remember that problem with Minio some time ago. So I just want to be careful.
Given that the software is managed by Red Hat, maybe is there a contact to Red Hat that could answer the question and just make people feel more comfortable? Because I'm pretty confident that GPL is completely safe, but I wouldn't discourage anyone from seeking a second opinion on that. So if there's someone at Red Hat who could answer the question, that would help.
The call, as it happens to be flush with Red Hat people. So we're specifically concerned with the use of Ceph for what?
CI testing.
CI testing. Okay. I can. One of the things that because of our we're not exactly the team that maintains Ceph that's working on virtualization DR, but we're close enough to the team that works on that. We can definitely get that answer for you.
I think Blaine is very close to Ceph people, if not the Ceph person in Red Hat.
Sorry, couldn't hear you.
I think Blaine works for Ceph.
Yeah, I mean, I work with the Ceph team very closely.
Yeah.
Like I can tell
probably
you what
not-
the Ceph licenses are, right? And they're like LGPL.
Oh,
and then,
actually, Blaine, you are working on Rook, right?
Right, and
So
Rook is
you
a FASCI
have
license.
yeah. So I don't think Ceph itself is a problem. So probably it's fine. Yes, because Rook is a CNCF project, right? So
Mhm.
I don't see a problem. If Rook can use it, then we should be able to use Ceph. Okay, so sounds like we are probably okay then.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you all for help kind of tying the tying the knot, tying the bow on this.
Okay. Right. Are there anything else? Oh, I just realized actually volume group snapshot is not here. I need to add that because I'm planning to move that to GA. I'll add that later. I'll update the cap. Okay. Anything else? If not, that's it for today. Thank you.
Xing.
Bye.
Thanks, folks.
I think